July 11th, 2015. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 steps. That's all I can take before I'm at the desk. I turn and pace back the other way. Another 7 steps and I'm at the shower. The whitewashed walls of my cell are dingy and speckled with flecks of blood and God knows what else. Cell number 20, caged like an animal. I pace some more, sweating. I sit on my bed, nervous, trying to look normal for the surveillance cameras that track my every move. It's almost time to go. My team broke through and made contact 2 days ago. I tell you, one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen was the grin on the face of a dusty miner peering up out of my shower stall floor at me. I could have crawled out with him right then, but I decided not to leave at that moment. No, it was best to wait for a slow time at the prison to make my move. It's a warm Saturday night. All the prison bosses are home drinking cervezas and counting their bribe money as they watch TV. Only the second shift guards are here, and they're lazy. They play poker on their computers and rarely check the monitors. No one's ever escaped. That is until now. I get up from my bed and I go to the only blind spot in my cell, behind the waist-high privacy wall from my shower, and like a magician, I vanish. I am Joaquín Archivaldo Guzmán Loera, better known as El Chapo, and I am escaping prison for the second time. Altiplano supermax prison is nestled in farmland not far from Mexico City. A warren of cells, metal detectors, CCTV cameras, steel doors, and access control technology. Those they consider to be the worst criminals in all of Mexico are held here. Servando Gomez, the former head of La Familia Cartel. Political assassin Mario Aburto, the cell for my old nemesis La Barbie, is just down the hall. And me, of course. For nearly 17 months this prison has been my home. That is, up until seconds ago, when I squeezed through a 20-inch, 50 centimeter by 50 centimeter hole cut into the thick concrete floor of my shower. It was a tight fit, but I managed it. It's a good thing I lost so much weight here. The guards like to play games. It makes them feel like big men. They punish us for petty reasons and take away our meals. Only the boldest and stupidest of the guards dare to play with me though. The rest show me the respect I deserve. A skipped meal or two is nothing anyway. It's like the buzz of a mosquito. I know what hunger is. Hunger is when your body aches from cutting poppy with a machete all day, and your father takes your wages and goes drinking in town. You lay awake, your body throbbing, hearing your baby sisters whimper in their sleep for milk to fill their empty bellies. That's hunger. My sweaty palms are slick on the rungs as I quickly climb down the ladder in the dim shaft under my shower. I have to move quickly. If the wrong guard discovers that I'm gone, they'll send up an alarm and there will be hell to pay. I don't have as many friends here like I did at Puente Grande. By the time I escaped from that prison, half the guards were on my payroll. Here, only a few prison officials have been kind to me. They have chosen not to be curious about the construction noise coming from under the prison and to ignore the noise complaints of the prisoners. That's it. My heart is racing. When I finally reach the tunnel, it's a long climb down, some 32 feet, 10 meters. My wife's brothers and one of my men are waiting for me. They slap me on the back and we hug. It's good to see them. It's been a long time. I get onto the motorcycle to be towed down the tunnel, away from the prison. People say a lot of things about me. Some praise me to the heavens for bringing work to their villages. Others curse me under their breath, saying that I am a monster, the devil. Perhaps I'm all these things they say I am. So what? First and foremost, I am a businessman. I supply products that people want. Good products. at good prices. I have a fleet of narco submarines, airplanes, trucks, and boats. The Sinaloa Cartel could not operate in 78 U.S. cities throughout Europe and all the way to Africa if I sold things no one wanted. I have never forced anyone to buy my product. I don't kill for the sake of killing. I don't enjoy seeing the light fade from someone's eye or leaving children fatherless. But sometimes that is the cost of doing business. Even Forbes magazine has respected me as an important businessman. In 2009, I was number 701 on their list of the world's richest men with an estimated worth of $1 billion. If only they knew how much I really was worth, I'd be much higher on that list. Not bad for an illiterate kid from the Sinaloa, eh? I study the walls of the narrow tunnel as the motorcycle chugs along the track. My miners have done a fine job. I had to send a team of engineers to Germany for 3 months of extensive training in tunneling, since this project was so much longer than our usual smuggling tunnels. The engineering team's expertise has paid off, and just tall enough for me to walk through while standing upright. It's been a long process. My team bought land as close to the prison as they could without raising suspicion. Then they built a house and they began to dig. They dug for months. My lawyers smuggled me a smartwatch so they could track my GPS coordinates. Between that and the prison blueprints we got a hold of, my team knew right where to excavate. The last few weeks, I thought I was going to go crazy with impatience. I could hardly sleep. My lawyer brought word that Mexico was talking of sending me to the U.S., which was surprising. Many in the government have rings of gold on their fingers that I put there. And this is how they betray me? I did not. I do not want to go to America. I have few friends there. The gringos have been itching to capture me for a long time. Chicago even declared me public enemy number 1. These Americans. They talk out of both sides of their mouths, blaming the cartels for their crime problems. They should look in the mirror. With us so close to completing the tunnel, it would have been cruel for God to allow the Americans to extradite me before I could escape. Thankfully, he answered my prayers. The motorcycle is almost to the far end of the tunnel. I tilt back my head and laugh. So much for your achievement of capturing the notorious El Chapo, President Nieto. We arrive at the end. I quickly climb off the motorcycle and clamber up the ladder into the house. My team has a fresh clothes waiting for me. I change, and then we ride ATVs to a Sinaloa warehouse nearby. From there, an SUV picks me up. In the SUV, I turn on the radio. My driver and I laugh and sing along. When a narco corrido celebrating my exploits comes on, I crack a window open and the fresh night breeze ruffles my hair, where I take a small airplane about 100 miles north to the city of San Juan del Rio in the neighboring state of Querétaro. From here I will catch a plane home to El Cielo, my estate on the mountain top near La Tuna, where I grew up. At home, I will wash the prison stink from my body, eat good food, and sleep in a soft bed. I'm eager to see my twin girls. While I've been gone, they've grown from toddlers to small children. I hope they remember me. I will throw a big party, spend some time laughing with friends. I will relax for a few days, and then I will get back to work. Certain aspects of my business and reputation have suffered while I was in prison. It will not do to have people consider me to be weak. Did you think I would sit idly by, or worse yet, hide from the police like a coward? I am a businessman, and if I want to stay in business, to keep my global empire going, I must do what needs to be done. After all, I am El Chapo.